Hello everybody. I've been getting so many requests to do a video in English, so today we have an English video. It's a recap of what we've been so far, and then moving forward, we're going to start having videos in Spanish and English so you can see what are we doing. First of all, because this is the first video in English, I'm going to explain that Power Fighters is a fork of Power Warriors, and it's a PC version where we have different enhancements in the product that I'm going to show and explain in this video. Let's start by showing the menu here. I'm going to enable the music, so we also get some music there. We have settings. In settings, we have, of course, the difficulty, which we have already in the original game in Android. We have camera settings, music, sound. Now we have frame rate. You can go to 30, 60, or the auto, which is 60. For the language, we have auto for English. We can also switch to Spanish, automatically switch, or you can keep it in auto, which is the English language. CPU transformations, auto change target, these are part of the original game, but these controls are new. So now we have two players. You can play two players, one versus another on the PC. So you can select here keyboard for player one, a gamepad. Gamepad will be, in this case, PS4, PS5, Xbox controllers. And then if you have a generic joystick, that will be in the joystick category. So if you have any arcade stick that you made at home or any generic joystick you buy out of eBay, Amazon, whatever, you'll be able to do it there. If you do want to play two players though, and you want to play in keyboard, you need to go to keyboard for player one and auto for player two. And that will default to have two keyboards. I'm going to show you how to assign keys because we do have a key mapper in this version of the game called Power Fighters. So if you do want to play, let's say, two gamepads, you have two PS4 controllers or one PS4, one Xbox, you can do like this, and you'll be able to play with both gamepads, one gamepad and one generic joysticks, keyboard and one gamepad, and so on. Okay. Beam clash duration. This is a new beam clash feature that when two beams that have a tail, one of the long one like a Kamehameha, it could be a Masenko Sapo as well, but those beams can clash. If they clash, you have time to press the punch button, the attack button, and win depending on how many hits you get. So you could drag this and go all the way to 100 seconds, or you can have it at 10. By default, it's a 15-10. I would recommend going no longer than 15 or 30, for this is too much time, right? But you can see the functionality once you're playing in the game. For the map controls, this is what you're going to tell the game how you want to use your controls. In the keyboard, you have of course, the typical WASD plus keys. You can change these keys. You can map these keys to whatever you want, and then you can reset it as well. For the gamepad, this is to ensure that you have the controls the way you like for, as I said, Xbox, PS5, PS4 controllers connected to the PC. And for other joysticks, this is where you have other generic joysticks that you can use. One way of knowing if your joystick is considered a gamepad or is in the other joysticks category is that when you click in, let's say you click here on the stick, and if I move now my joystick stick, you see it went there. I didn't have to press escape to get out of the window. That means that it detected, right? Now if I click here, now I'm moving my joystick stick, which is a gamepad, the PS4, nothing happens, you see? So I can cancel here, escape. And the reason why nothing happens is because it's not a joystick, it's a gamepad. If you do connect a generic joystick, you'll be able to map it there. Now for player one and player two, regardless if they use two gamepads, two joysticks, you don't need to map again. Let's say you have two PS4 or two PS5, mapping once on the gamepad section is fine. Same for the joystick. Now for the keyboard, you do want to use separate controls because keyboard, you want to use probably the same keyboard. So if you go to the next screen here on the top, you get to the player 2 keyboard, where in this case I map it to the arrows, up, down, left, right, plus the buttons that are close to the arrows in the keyboard. Okay, so you see player 1, you have on the left side of the keyboard where the letters are, right? And then player 2, you have on the right side of the keyboard. This is totally configurable. You can map it to whatever you want. Just try not to duplicate keys, please. Now, the game now is actually being developed. I'm getting enhancement versions of the game. So I'm enabling things as we go. Then the next coming thing is going to be the tournament mode, which is still on development. But we do have the free battle that you can play. We have training for you to play CPU versus CPU, and we have the versus mode. This is fully functional versus mode, 1 versus 1. You can only play one player here, 1 versus 1. But on the free battle and the CPU, one enhancement, the game could always go to 4 or 5. Now we can go to up to 8 players. So you can have 16 players on the screen. There is also an enhanced character selection here. So you'll see this happening, the enhanced character screen. So less number of pages now here to select characters. All the characters are unlocked. For now, we have only one stage. We are going to be unlocking all stages as well. So very important. And then I'm going to demonstrate just a CPU versus CPU so you see how it goes. But before that, versus mode is the same thing that the free battle, but you can play one versus another. Remember, so far the only mode you can play 2 players is on the versus mode. Coming soon is going to be a co-op mode where 2 of you can play against others. And another mode that we discussed with our folks in Discord and in the YouTube channel is that we're going to have a battle royale where you have like 16 players in the screen. You are one of them, and then the rest is everybody versus everybody. There are no teams anymore. There won't be player versus opponents. Teams is going to be everybody versus everybody. So that's coming as well. I won't click here on the tournament because I don't want to show people yet what I'm doing about it. But I will leave you with a battle, and let's do 8 versus 8, so you could see how big this can become. Let's choose our 8 players for the team 1 side. Popo there. Now we go with Broly, and then we do a lot of Broly for the other side. I'm just trying to do a random mix in this page with Goku, Zombie, Nami. Okay, there we go. So we have our 16 players. Go to the, there we go. Okay. As you see, because of the number of players, the players are distributed across the screen. They don't start all at the same level. They go up and down, they move left to right. But we can say that from the middle of the screen to the left, you have the team 1 distributed. From the middle of the screen to the right, you have the team 2 distributed. Okay, so start. Go. See, they're playing here. It's everybody versus everybody, so it's a lot of people. You see all the arrows. They're moving. There's a lot of action going on the screen. Let's see if I can change the player. I don't know what key I put here. No what key I put there to change, but there's one key to change the. So you could change potentially the even in CPU versus CPU. You can change the player 1 team view, which player you are focusing on. This is a little annoying when they keep transforming. Maybe we should remove that piece from the game if that doesn't happen. Otherwise, it keeps transforming over and over. Okay, the battle continues. Oh my god, it's never ending. Partner down. We have 1 down from player 1. Partner 2, another down. Another down. Oh, I think team 1 is losing. Clearly. Otherwise, we'll say enemy down. Ooh. Broly's out. Oof. Oof. Down. So team 2 won. You could restart here, change characters, or return home. So this is a next version. You're seeing a snip of the update 1.3. In the video, you have the link to the PC version, previous version 1.2. You can install on PC, download and play it. So please subscribe if you're not subscribed. Like, I'm gonna be posting videos in English as well with all the updates. So we can have one in Spanish, one in English, so we can everybody worldwide can understand, because I've been getting so many comments about why it's only in Spanish, they don't have any subtitles. So sorry if it's not very clear. I'll try to speak very slowly in English, but hopefully you can understand the video. And thanks so much for watching. Hope you like it. Bye.